Everything started with something so unexpected, a headline that made everyone pause for a second. BTS's Jimin selected for Korea's The Givers 50, a list usually reserved for philanthropists, CEOs, and foundations, not global pop stars. But there it was, Jimin's name shining brightly, standing for something far beyond music or fame. And yet, that wasn't the real surprise. The real miracle came next, when his fans decided to follow his lead. Jimintober, when celebration becomes compassion October. For most of us, it's just another month. But for ARMY, it's something sacred. Jimintober, the time when everything turns soft gold and pastel pink, and the world seems to glow with the warmth of one person's smile. This year, though, the celebration went beyond lights and banners. It became a movement of compassion, one that spread across Korea like ripples in water. In Seoul's Apgujeong district, the Collabo House Dosan building transformed into a full-scale tribute to Jimin's heart. Fans from all over the country gathered, not to buy merch, not to take pictures, but to give. Inside stood something unexpected, a donation kiosk. Every tap on that screen wasn't just a transaction, it was a promise to continue Jimin's message of kindness. By the end of the event, 10 million won had been collected and donated to the Jimin Scholarship, created in his name to help students at his alma mater, Busan Arts High School. Some people donated quietly, slipping small envelopes into boxes. Others smiled through tears, saying, "This is how Jimin would want us to celebrate him." Giving light, giving life. Across Korea, Jimin's fans were organizing another kind of gift, the gift of life itself. They donated 60 blood donation certificates to the Korea Childhood Leukemia Foundation, continuing a legacy that started years ago. Since 2019, they have donated a staggering 1,552 certificates, helping children battling leukemia receive the blood they need. And as if that wasn't enough, they sent 670 kilograms of rice to the Green Umbrella Children's Foundation and the Korea Association of Persons with Disabilities, a gesture of nourishment and love, not just for bodies, but for hearts. It wasn't about how much money was given. It was about why they gave. Because Jimin taught them something priceless, that true beauty shines in how you treat others. The giver among givers. That's exactly why Jimin was honored as one of the Givers 50, a nationwide recognition celebrating people who consistently contribute to the culture of giving. They praised him as an artist who connects his music with a message of generosity, a man who doesn't just perform kindness, but lives it. Jimin has quietly been donating 30 million won every year to his high school since 2019, ensuring that young artists like him have a chance to chase their dreams. He's also given 100 million won each to 6 provincial education offices across Korea, from Busan to Gangwon, helping students in need across the country. When you trace his story, you begin to see the pattern. Every act of kindness inspires another. Every spark becomes a light. And soon, the whole sky glows. A global star, a gentle heart. And while all of this was happening, Jimin was conquering another world, the global stage. October wasn't just his birthday month, it was his triumph month. When he arrived at Incheon Airport after finishing his Paris schedule, the cameras flashed like fireworks. He had just turned Paris Fashion Week into his own runway, not with arrogance, but with a grace that made the whole world stop and look. Reporters from BBC, The Guardian, and Associated Press couldn't stop writing about him. They called him the face of quiet confidence, the man redefining soft power, the Dior muse who owns every moment. It wasn't just about fashion, it was about presence. The same gentle presence that comforts millions through his voice and now inspires them through his actions. A legacy measured in kindness. When Korea's Enterprise Reputation Research Institute announced the October brand reputation results, no one was surprised, yet everyone cheered. Jimin ranked #1 among all boy group members for the 53rd consecutive month, and #1 among all idols with a positivity rate over 93%. The keywords connected to him were simple but powerful: birthday, donation, ARMY. And in those 3 words, you could see his world. A celebration of life, love, and giving. Social media exploded. Hashtags like "Our Jimin was first again" and "Jimin BP10 congratulations" trended globally. Armies everywhere shared messages of pride, posting photos, memories, and emotional notes that read, "He deserves this." not just for what he does on stage, but for who he is off it. The heart that keeps giving, and maybe that's the secret. Jimin doesn't chase the spotlight. It simply follows him, drawn to the warmth he carries. He doesn't preach kindness, he embodies it. Every smile, every soft word, every act of generosity becomes a thread in a tapestry of love that now covers not just his fans, but entire communities. October was supposed to be his birthday month. Instead, he turned it into something much bigger, a celebration of humanity itself. Because when fame fades and the lights go out, what remains isn't the applause, it's the kindness that lingers. And Jimin's kindness, like his voice, continues to echo, soft yet strong, through every heart it's ever touched.